So our next speaker is a past pupil of Leaving Cert Applied. Her name is Niclole Cafferkey. She was a past pupil of Our Lady's Secondary School in Balmullet, County Mayo. And Nicole achieved a distinction in her Leaving Cert Applied programme, which was excellent, and was awarded Kesh Award in Leaving Cert for her contribution to school life in the school. Nicole is currently in her third year of general nursing degree in NUIG Galway. So we're delighted to have Nicole here today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the LCA Association, teachers and distinguished guests. Firstly, I'd like to wish the Leaving Cert Applied Association for inviting me here today to speak about my journey through LCA. It is my privilege to represent students of this programme, and I hope I will be able to give you an insight into the benefits of the programme from a student's perspective. My name, as you already know, is Niclole Cafferkey, and I'm the youngest of 4 children. I am from Bangor-Erris, a small village in North Mayo. I attended Our Lady Secondary School in Balmullet, where I successfully completed my junior certificate and went on to do transition year. It was during transition year when our career guidance teacher, Mr. Riley, and the programme coordinator, Mrs. Hart, introduced us to LCA. While I was considering whether or not to do it, I was a little nervous but excited and didn't know what to expect. I wouldn't be with my year as much anymore, but it was honestly one of the best decisions I ever made. With their guidance, I began the LCA programme in 2016, and while I was a little unsure about whether the structure of tasks and key assignments may or may not be for me, I decided that I would listen to their advice and try my best, which has proven to be successful. My experience of school has thankfully been a positive one, but before LCA, I would have been shy to answer out in class. I would never have been a student who would have volunteered in class. I was the only girl that year to choose LCA, and there was 4 lads. Well, we hit the floor running with LCA straight into key assignments, tasks, work experience, and group work with local agencies and voluntary organisations. I made great friends with them, and I never felt left out over the 2 years. Fortunately, while in LCA 2, we were grouped with LCA 1, and this was great as we shared our experiences and helped to be buddies for LCA 1. I am still good friends with them all, and they have also done very well with their further education in various trades, jobs, and college courses. The practical hands-on approach of LCA has really helped me to become a confident and independent learner. I began to excel in my class, and every day as I saw I was constantly gaining credits towards my final grade, I gained more confidence, like a snowball going down a slope, gaining more speed. I loved the day when the teachers would be getting our sheets to tick off another key assignment, and you felt you were reaching the minor goals. There were the days when Mrs. Hart would have us ticking off our absent days, and we'd do the maths hoping it would be over the 90%. Even doing that, we were taking ownership of our own learning. We had some laughs along the way. There would be times where you would hear the silly excuses for absenteeism, cow calfing, minding granddad, and cleaning the chimney. But it didn't matter as long as we got over 90% was the main thing. The tasks were challenging, especially the first one. I didn't know which was worse, the dread of the examiner coming for the interview or trying to run a GA blitz with a group of first years and me not having a clue about the rules of GA. But we got through it as a team in our class, and the tasks kept coming, and the plain biscuits became chocolate ones, and the tea turned into cappuccinos and lattes for the examiners. The most memorable task for me was without a doubt my practical achievement task. The day Mrs. Hart introduced us to the green booklet, which seemed to go on forever, was frightening. So I discussed it, thought about it for ages. What would I want to do that was fun? What could I do that was out of school time? And what would go on for 8 weeks? As a child, I had done Irish dancing. I was lucky enough to have classes in my old national school, but back then it wasn't cool to carry on, so I gave up in 6th class. So I started my research and I found that Sheila Moff was running classes in the Broadhaven Bay Hotel in Balmulla that was just 10 minutes away from Our Lady Secondary School. So I secretly got in contact and discussed that I needed to do a minimum of 8 weeks of lessons and get signed off. She was delighted to hear from me and I started the classes. Oh man, was it a game changer for me. I literally bounced back onto the dance floor and it all came flooding back. I enjoyed it so much. It wasn't a chore, it was a delight. And what was more, I started to help with the younger class before my own class had started. As this task was easy enough for me, Mrs. Ha, again being the push behind me, suggested that I perform during the interval in the TY musical that was taking place in our school that December. I was reluctant, but I said, hey, what did I have got to lose? So for the first time ever, I performed in front of an audience and I enjoyed it so much. The interview for the task was so easy, as I just chatted about it and what I had come to love, and I even performed for the examiner. After LCA, I found it hard to choose what career path I would follow, but again, with the help of Mr. Riley and Mrs. Haas' help, I enrolled in the Level 5 Pre-Nursing PLC course that was running in Our Ladies. At this stage, I was going into my 7th year in school, but I loved every minute of it. Just like the course, just like LCA, I loved it coming into school every day. Again, the breakdown of assignments and exams, just like LCA, helped me so much. No fear of the massive exams at the end. I applied for general nursing through the CEO for all colleges in Ireland, but Galway being my first choice, hoping I would get it. Luckily for me, I did, and here I am now today in 3rd year general nursing in NUIG Galway, and I'm loving every bit of it, from being in college, online and placement. I've just completed a 6-week placement in Portugal Hospital in Ballinasloe yesterday, and I loved every minute of it. With just over a year to finish my nursing degree, I know if it wasn't for LCA, I wouldn't be here today, and I would have gone into the traditional leaving cert and been overwhelmed and dropped out of school. So with the huge stigma still attached to LCA, let's count apples. It's for special needs. It's for slow learners. Well, I'd like the teachers here today to tell your students this. We all need to be able to count apples. We are all special and have different needs. We all learn at different speeds. And the LCA story does have a fairy tale ending. For now, I would like to thank the Leaving Cert Applied National Association again for inviting me here today and to speak about my journey through LCA. I would like to thank the teachers in Our Lady Secondary School for everything they have all done for me. I'd especially like to thank Mrs. Ha, who was always there and helped me with everything, pushed me when I didn't want to be pushed. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I am today. My family for being there and supporting me in and out of school. I hope I'm doing you proud today, Mum and Dad. Someday I'll repay you for all you've sacrificed for me. I hope I've enlightened you all with my journey so far, and hopefully I'll never be treating you in hospital, but if I am, I promise to be the best nurse I can. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you.